Listen, forget everything you thought you knew about a rap beef ending, because the streets are talking and the whispers are turning into a roar that's about to blow the whole game wide open again. You remember summer 2024, right? The one where Kendrick Lamar didn't just win, he dropped a nuclear bomb on Drake's whole kingdom and watched the ashes settle. People called it over, done. Drake retired to the shadows, took the L, and was supposed to just keep counting his money quietly. That's what they told you. But if you've been paying attention to the silence coming out of Toronto, you'd know that kind of quiet isn't surrender. It's a predator getting ready to strike. The boy is back, not just with a new album, but with a cold, calculated plan for revenge so deep and wide. It's not just about a song or a diss track this time.
By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it.
This is about total global domination, a complete reset of the entire hip-hop throne, and he's calling this new chapter Iceman. You need to understand, this is not a drill. Drake is not just making music, he's building a war machine. The whole thing started with the smallest tremors, the kind of things only people really plugged in catch. 4 months after the K.Carnage, Drizzy basically disappeared. The Instagram posts were muted, the usual club appearances dried up, and the constant stream of features and leaks stopped. He went dark, which for a man whose whole brand is being everywhere all the time, felt like a confession of defeat. But then DJ Akademiks, the dude who always knows the dirt before the dirt even settles, started dropping crumbs on his live streams. He wasn't loud about it at first, just little hints about Drake being locked in, the studio becoming a fortress. He was calling it a hibernation, but a dangerous one. AK was saying that this wasn't just about making another album for the sake of it. This was about making the project that wipes the slate clean, the one that makes everyone forget that body bag K. left him in. The 9th studio album is what they're calling it, Iceman. No release date, no track list, just a title that sounds like a promise of something emotionless and lethal. AK's whole vibe changed. He went from a reporter to an evangelist, telling the fans to back off, to let the man cook, saying, "The stove is hot." He literally begged the whole culture to give Drake the space, no distractions, no surprise calls, just pure, unadulterated focus on crafting this comeback weapon. That intensity alone should tell you something. This album isn't just music, it's the first bullet in the counterattack. But the album, Iceman, that's just the appetizer, the smoke that covers the Real maneuver. The truly shocking part of this whole chess game, the part that shows you how deep the grudge runs, is what Akademiks started teasing next. Drake, according to the inside word AK is getting, isn't just aiming for the charts. He's aiming for Kendrick's global wallet, his worldwide crown, and his entire legacy as a touring giant. You see, the big L that Drizzy took in the battle didn't just hurt his pride. It put a dent in his image as the undisputed king of everything. Kendrick's grand national tour with SZA didn't just sell tickets. It broke the record for the highest-grossing hip-hop tour in history. That's the kind of record that lives forever, that gets etched on the ledger as proof of who the real king is. And Drake, the self-proclaimed boy who never loses, can't stand to see someone else hold that trophy. So the plan for 2026 isn't just a tour, it's a global invasion. AK says Drake is plotting a massive, globe-spanning trek specifically designed to shatter Kendrick's touring record. It's an act of vengeance played out on the world's biggest stages, a middle finger to the entire narrative that he lost. Akademiks captured the mind state perfectly. I think Drake wants to beat the world record going into next year. And then he dropped the real killer detail, the one that shows the level of pettiness and focus. Apparently, Drizzy was in talks about getting a new agent, a major player in the touring world. But when he found out that same agent repped his op, Kendrick Lamar, he shut it down instantly. AK quoted him saying something like, "Yo, I don't need an agent really. But if I'm gonna have an agent, my agent's not gonna rep my op." FK that. That's a pure street mentality. Either you're with me or you're against me. It's a direct declaration of war not just on Kendrick's music, but on his business, his team, and his place in the industry hierarchy. This isn't about bars anymore. It's about boardrooms and box office receipts. It's about proving to every single person on the planet that he is the indispensable commodity, the one who can move the biggest numbers everywhere. The idea of Iceman blending into this massive 2026 tour campaign is genius and terrifying all at once. Drake has always been about setting trends, but this time, The trend is cold-blooded corporate revenge wrapped in a platinum package. The album is going to drop all dark, brooding, and lyrically precise. The perfect soundtrack for a villain's return. The music will give him the cultural momentum, and then the tour, which they are expecting to be a spectacle unlike anything he's done before, will be the ultimate victory lap, the final proof that the loss in 2024 was just a minor setback, a moment of weakness he's corrected by taking over the entire world. The tour won't just be a concert, it will be a 3-hour declaration that the king is back and his grip on the throne is stronger than ever. Think about the sheer audacity of this move. After being humiliated in front of the world, most artists would quietly drop a commercial album, do some low-key shows, and try to earn back respect slowly. Not Drake. He's doubling down, escalating the conflict from a simple rap battle to an economic and logistical war. He's taking the Iceman mentality, cold, calculated, ruthless, and applying it to his entire business model. He knows that in the end, records are broken, but tour records, especially global ones, are a sign of unshakable power, something that can't be dissed away with a 6-minute track. If he pulls this off, if he drops Iceman and then immediately launches the highest-grossing hip-hop tour in history, the entire narrative shifts. The loss to Kendrick becomes a footnote, a catalyst that pushed him to achieve something even greater. It becomes the moment the boy truly evolved into the man of the global music industry, a figure so dominant that a mere rap feud couldn't stop his ultimate destiny. Akademiks keeps dropping these clues, almost enjoying the suspense, telling the fans they're about to go through one of those again, referencing the massive, culture-shifting eras Drake has delivered in the past. But this time, the stakes are different. This isn't about proving he can make a hit song. It's about proving he can destroy his enemy's biggest accomplishment and replace it with his own, all while dropping the most anticipated and possibly most venomous music of his career. The fans are already in a frenzy, analyzing every deleted tweet, every studio session picture, trying to piece together the pieces of this massive puzzle. They want to know what's on Iceman, but more importantly, they want to know what he's got lined up for K. Will there be direct lyrical responses? Will the entire album be an icy, veiled response? Or will the music be so good, so commercially dominant, that the tour itself becomes the ultimate nonverbal diss? The latter would be the coldest move of all, proving that he no longer needs to engage on the ground level because he's operating in the stratosphere. For now, the project remains under wraps, shrouded in that perfect mix of mystery and massive expectation that only Drake can generate. But every single whisper points to one fact. Drake isn't just planning a comeback, he's plotting a campaign of complete cultural and financial destruction aimed squarely at the man who dared to challenge his power. The Iceman era is here, and it's not about melting hearts. It's about freezing the competition out of the entire ecosystem. The stove is hot, AK says, but the plan itself is pure, unadulterated ice. And we are all just sitting here, waiting for the global freeze to begin. The album drop is imminent. The world tour is being booked, and the entire hip-hop landscape is holding its breath. What kind of vengeance can a man who has everything plot when the only thing he lost was his pride? That's the question that will define 2026. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.